Hey everyone, Matt with Firewood in the Field. Just a quick follow-up video to some of the content I put out previously. I've had just enough daylight to try out using my tongs, my log tongs on this. I had a lot of comments in my first videos about instead of using that twist-on anchor to use the log tongs. You can check out some of my other videos about the way this Gorillabac comes with this device. This is a little T-handle thing that's replaceable. Stab the log, and you turn it in. That's your anchor point. That's your anchor point to lift from. I've got a set of log tongs out here. I've never tried to do this on the log splitter. I will say that for logs that are big enough that I need to use the lifting machine to get them into my truck when I have the Gorillabac on my truck, it can't lift high enough. So I'll give it a shot, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if it lifts this log. This one is almost 21 inches across. It's almost 21 inches across. And the mosquitoes and stuff are flying around me like crazy. Let's see what she does. I'm trying to stay out of the way of the camera, but my guiding rod's over there. Well, it did it. I'm going to go ahead and fire up the splitter and try to split it. One thing you notice in my other videos, one big advantage of this machine when you use the threaded in anchor is that as you split, you can take the big piece that's still stuck to the anchor and just swing it out of the way. I don't think I'll be able to do that with the tongs. Well, let's see what happens. always like to let my log splitters, when I'm done, just run completely out of gas. I didn't do that on that machine. I might start it and just let it. I shut the gas off and then let it idle down and then shut it off. But I always like to turn the gas off at a minimum. Just gravity feed. You know, sometimes you'll find the gas pushes its way through into the carburetor and fills everything up. But this machine, I think it needs a new fuel filter. So this little 8-horse Kohler did not come with a fuel filter from the factory. I put one on because I used to not split near as much wood as I do now, and I'd get the machine out once or twice a year, and I always had to take the bowl off the carburetor, clean out all kinds of dirt and junk and stuff. So that's just a little fuel filter made for like a push mower. You know, it's a small engine, and when it's sputtering like that, oftentimes it's not quite getting enough fuel. So I'll just give it a once over. I loaned it to a friend of mine recently. He brought it back beautiful. He cleaned it, like washed it and waxed it and polished it. It looked better than it has in years. But it's just had a lot more use, you know, and I'll have to go through. I know the oil only has about 10 hours on it. But anyway, thanks for watching. A little bit of a learning experience tonight. For all of you folks who told me to try a set of tongs, you were right. I'll have to go back and revisit the truck. I tried to get some rounds in the truck with that same set of log tongs you just saw me use, and it couldn't lift high enough. But the tailgate of the truck and that whole hitch arrangement, I think the splitter's at a little bit different height than the tailgate, so it has a little more travel available here. But I'll look for a different set of log tongs that's maybe shorter, that would still grab, and that would make this a whole lot quicker. So if I may have to redo the time test with the tongs instead of the hand twist. But if you're watching, I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time to be part of the channel. Appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button. This is Matt, Firewood in the Field, saying see you next time.